here we go. There's the back. Bringing it up, that's not too bad. Okay, let's get that sound going so you can hear me. Alrighty, so what do we need to do? We need to grab this body, and we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill bit too. I've got black hardware. It's got Mr. Glynn's Cruel Mistress vintage telly pickups, brass saddles, bone nut. It's all good. Where the weed at? What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Who? Okay, so that's that guy there. But that's to show you that copper-looking red cedar when it really gets polished up. It really looks copperish.
Come here, little guy. Come here, my little boy. Hello. Hello. How you doing? How you doing? Hey? Good boy.
To go on top. So that's what we did there. That back's going to be sensational. That is so smooth. Very smooth. Ha! Absolutely. They are drums. They're percussion instruments as well as stringed instruments. They can be used. If you watch the old flamenco guys playing, the old Spanish guys, they're doing all that stuff. They're going tippa-tappa, tippa-tippa-dum, ring, 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 tippa-tappa, tippa-tappa, dum, ding, dong, dang. So it's all good. Hey everybody, how are you doing? Welcome on in to the show for a Monday. Here we are. Welcome back. Haven't been online for a little while. I've had a lot to do and no, not much time to do it. So I've been just trying to adjust my camera here. I've been busy with stuff, but we're back to here. So we've got a couple of coats of oil on this guy now, starting to shine up. We've got to put one more coat on, but first we've got to fit the tuners and make sure we get those holes in there and get that serial number on the back there. The body, of course, we've done a couple of coats on this guy too. Starting to shine up now. You can see the grain in that guy. And we've got to do the back yet, but we've got some work to do on that as well, but not now at the moment. That's I'm fixing a little hole in the back that I had there. So I'm letting that dry up a little bit and we'll deal with that in a little while. What I'm going to do though is get on this neck and fit those tuners. So let me just put this body away. Say hello to some people. Terry's in the house. How you doing, Terry? Good to see you. And Dana's here and Leslie's here. Great to see you guys back in there. Yes, everyone's having a good weekend. I hope everyone is too. There it is there, right? So we've got to fit these tuners. Let's do that. We'll switch over to the bench cam and we'll get started with that. Straight into it. We don't want to mess around today. We want to get this going. Okay. We did do the dangerous stuff that Terry hates so much. I've got to sign this guy as well, and I've got to put a serial number. But first we're going to fit those tuners. We've got our gold Gotos. They're the ones we're putting on that baby. We'll have a good look at what that colour scheme is going to look like with this cedar as well. It should look nice. And we'll give this one more oiling and then we're done pretty much with the neck until we're ready to install it. So it's all coming along nicely, as they say. Let me just turn that speaker off there so we don't get any echo. Okay, get some tuners out. Let's have a look at what we can do with these little ruby whackers. These are not locking, they're just the standard sealed units. They're very good quality though, and they're good for the price as well. They're not the cheapest, but they're not the dearest. So I think they're good value all around. So I use the Goto brand. I do like it. For a generic tuner, they are very good. Very good. Okay, there's all our bits and bobs. So let's. I have ringed these holes. I'm going to do a test fit. That one looks like it's fitting nicely. Good. We're good to go there. That's nice and easy to go in. There's another one. That's fitting nicely there as well. We're going to line these guys up. holes where we want to drill those screw holes, and then we can take these off again and oil the rest of this guy. Six are the best. Now that colour does look good on there. That gold looks really good. It does blend in nicely with this guy. So let's straighten these up. I might have to these in, lock them down a little bit. Keep them from falling. Just got a little bit bigger on the hole, just to de-stress the headstock a little bit. This one's fitting better. Maneuver that and place it properly, line it up properly. Just hand tight, we don't need to go too tight, we're just going to get these installed so they don't wobble around too much. We can mark those holes out, straighten these up, line them up, and mark those screw holes in and drill those in. Who else is in the house? Just the three ferals. Good. Excellent. No one else is coming in. That's all right. We'll just close the door and we'll just hang out together without allowing anyone else to join us tonight. Next little guy. Very nice. Next little guy. And lucky last. Lucky last. Put the coffee on the pot. Double whacker. Any number of things whose name cannot be immediately recalled. For example, I hate cutting double whackers, especially when they split the wrong way. And thank you very much, Terry. You probably did remember me saying something like that. Only you would be OCD enough to quote that exactly as it was said. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't think so. Okay, they're lined up. Straight edge against that. Just check that. Pushes it into place. There we go. Like so. Mark out those guys with a little spiky spike. And now we can remove them. Remove them, drill those holes, and oil that up. Brother Rage in the house, and so is Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. What's going on, Marky Mark? Good to see you. Rage, what is happening? Go, go, Rage, go, 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 go. First indeed. guys. Get off there. Okay, let's put these away. Got to clean this up, give it another coat in a minute. I've got to write that serial number on there. I want to put these in the box so we don't lose any bits and pieces. Here are the screws for those guys. Let me just measure those out. Okay, safely tucked away. These screws, I'm going to measure that. Always check them, make sure they're always the same that come through. Goto's pretty good. We should get the same screws through there. Just going to open this packet up. Tear that a little bit. Get one out. Check that. I think it's a 1.5 or a 2 mil. Yeah, 2.1. So I'll grab a 2 mil. More than enough. Thought. Grab a 2 mil drill and we just got to get the length of those. 2 mil here. If it's not, if I've got 2 mil, let me have a look at what I've got here. What have I got here? Oh, yeah, there's 2. Come on. There we go, that's my 2. Get my 2. Chuck it in the drill. Chuck it. Literally chuck it in the drill. I'm going to go 6 mil, quarter inch deep. 6.2, just over a quarter. Let me get some tape. Tape on that guy. Just to give me a visual. And away we go. Tape came off. That's not good. So they're all lined up nicely. They're good to go. Give that a nice clean, get that a nice oil, and I've got to do the signature first. So let me just sign that here. Put the serial number there, sign the front, and then we'll give it an oil. Let me give it a good clean first. A little bit of a clean. Ugh. Get some dust off there. Drill, you love it. Don't say you don't like the drill. The drill is good. Look at that. There's the colour. That's 2 coats of oil on there. Starting to get some satin on there. I want to just give it one more coat just to close all those holes up and seal it all off. And then we'll be good to go. There's the front of that guy looking good. That rosewood's turned up really nicely. And there's our headstock. We just want to sign that guy there. Get that guy signed. And then we can put that away and work on other things. If I do burnish that a little bit, you'll get a little bit of shine. You can see that's starting to get a nice satin shine. It feels really good. It feels really nice, smooth, and it's coming along nicely. Okay, let's get some oil on there. Let's finish that guy. First we sign. First we put names and things on there. So let's put names and things. All right. Terry remembers it. Good girl. Excellent. Dead ID. Now, who are you calling Dead ID? Come on. All right, let's sign this bugger first. Get that small. Done. Sign on the headstock. Good to go. Serial number on the back. What is it again, Terry? AU. Commission 2306. AU 2306. NC 60. And it's build 36. There we go. Serialized. We're good to go. Oil that baby up. Oil it up. It's a serial number range, so I know exactly which neck and which unit it is. So, AU is Australian made. I do that for a reason, and that's because I'm registered as an Australian made manufacturer here in Australia. So, AU is a requirement in that serial number to reflect that it's made here. 23 is the year of manufacture, 06 is the month of commissioning. NC is neoclassical, the model number. 6 is the string count. There could be an NC7 or an NC6. And build 036 means it's the 36th build that I've made. Now, that ties back to a spec sheet. So if anyone quotes me a serial number, I can go to the file, pull up the spec sheet, and I can see exactly what the wiring diagram is, the components used, the pickup specs, the tuners used, the bridge, the timbers, etc., the fret sizing. I've got it all on a spec sheet. And every owner gets a copy of that spec sheet as well, so they can go to any repairer and address any issues or replace any parts or materials with equivalent parts or materials. Have I shown you have you shown us a spec sheet? No, I haven't. It's quite a simple spec sheet, but I can show you one when I can bring one up and show you one. Let me show you what I generally do for a user, but I'm thinking of enhancing it with a little bit more data. I can bring one up right now if you'd like. Would you like that? Let me see if I can share my document or share a screen or something or other. Briggs, what's going on? Someday that would be nice. Okay, I might do that a little later on. Let me get some oil on this guy. While it's setting aside, I'll bring up a spreadsheet. I might bring up the one that I sent Willie Won't Go or someone like that on for Scylla, or the recent one we did for the charity stream. We can do that one, or I can do the neoclassical. I mean, we've got lots of spec sheets. Every one that I've built has had a spec sheet. Now there's a bit of grime here I need to clean off. I don't know what happened there, but I need to get rid of that. So give me a second. I'll try and wipe that off. A bit of grease on the side here, down here somewhere, that got on there, and I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. Although it shouldn't be visible, I don't want it to be there in the first place. Give me a sec, see if I can clean that up. Oh yeah, that's cleaning up. Just a bit of grease. There we go, that's off. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's get some oil on the front. And then we'll flip that over. Clean that up, a bit of spirits. Show you that fretboard comes up nicely. Give that a wipe, get some dust and stuff off there. Okay, let's get some oil on this girl here. So you can see that fretboard there. That rose was looking pretty good. Let's get some materials on here. Some oils on here, I should say. Right, let's go. This part first. Get your oil out. Last coat. This will be the final coat. And that's all we need. We've got 3 on there now. That'll give us the finish that we want. It's still pretty matte. Little bit of satin sheen. Lots of coyotes and lots of skunk families around the neighborhood, so hopefully they find their dog. Well, jeepers creepers. That's not good. Briggsy Malone in the house with a flying suplex. Bang. Nifty's in the house. Nift, what's going on? Little swizzle stick. We'll give that a bit of a stir. Just stir it up a bit. Two reasons. One is to obviously mix through the solution, but B is to check and see if it's starting to congeal or go off. This oil doesn't last forever, and it will turn to jelly eventually. I always check it. Let's get a cloth, clean, or a piece of cloth. Get a glove on. Hubby's back on the road again doing his job. He says hi to all, and I get to see him about 2 days out of every month. He's extremely busy. Excellent. Oil time. That's it. Let's go. Nifty, you love a bit of oil, don't you? You love a little bit of coating, whether that be acrylic or oil or polyurethane or nitro. He's the man. Nifty is the spray man. He loves to do the finishing stuff. He loves to do the finishing stuff. Am I right? Am I right? Finish there. Edges. It's a rich colour that, I love that cedar colour on that mahogany. Alrighty then, we've done the edges. Let's go hit that as transition in the back of the headstock. I'm just hitting the edge of that. The edge of that fretboard as well, just to darken that up and to blend that in. Make sure there's no drips there. There we go. Just even it out a little bit. It's a bit patchy up here. There we go. It's a bit better. Check the reflection. That looks good. That looks good. Don't forget to do the sides. Down the side block there. And the back, of course, as Terry would say, don't forget the back. Don't forget to seal off that back. It's already sealed, but we will give it another coat just to keep things consistent. There we go. 3 coats, that's more than enough. Throw that away. Put that lid on. go. We're done with that baby. There she is, all oiled up. Okay, we're happy with that. 3 coats, good to go. Right. Let that dry now. Hang that beastie up. Put this guy away. Put that oil away and catch up with the chat. Chatty chat, 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 chat. What's going on? Texas in the house. Is there a stain or just oil on the wood? It is a stain. We're using a little bit of cedar. So to give you an example, Briggsy with 100 bits. There's unstained and no oil, and that's oiled, right? So that's your black wood. It doesn't vary much. It gives a little bit of amber. But this guy, if we show you the body, I've started just to check. There's the body, which was the same as the neck, and that's the stain. Gives it that reddy, ochre color, and then the oil over the top ambers it up, to give you an idea. So the body for this guy is here. That's not stained on the front. There's 2 coats of oil. I'm going to give it a 3rd coat soon. I'm just up a little chip that was at the top there. Willie won't go with 100, but that's the guy that we're doing. There's a little bit of I've got to sand that little bit of putty off there. There's just a little tiny wormhole that I plugged up, and that's starting to come good. Another coat should be pretty much where I want it. Terry with 100 biddies as well. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support. So that's coming along nicely. We've got all the holes in there. We've leveled out the base. So we've got that contour there. We've leveled out the base so that the knobs and the chili and the sit square and sit flat. To do that. Dana with 100 triggers a hype train. Very nice. Thank you very much. So that's that guy. Now this thing had all sorts of issues. There's a couple of back that I've plugged up and I'm fixing now. There's a little bit of a crack in there because I got pretty thin down this side. It just split a little bit. So I'm just going to fix that with a wedge. I've put a little timber wedge in there. I'm going to sand that. Another piece of mahogany. It'll match the same color. I'm going to sand that down, and then you won't be able to see once I've stained that and colored. You shouldn't be able to see too much of that. This is going to be a prototype one of I'm doing. So I'm going to probably keep that one for the time being. And I'm just fixing it up as well as I can for the time being. Get it looking and playing well. There's the one I made before this is used recently in a video. I'm waiting for the video to be released, and then we'll be able to listen to how close. So that's coming along nicely now. What else? Lots of stuff going on. Thank you very much for this. With a gifted sub, thank you. Terry with 500 bits, thank you very much. With 200 more, she keeps finding them as Waylon drops them down out of his pocket into the back of the couch. Dana with another gifted sub too, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Chick chumming along there. Now, what do we need to do? We've got this guy here. I had a discussion. You may recall we had that green and black left-handed one. I had a discussion with the owner, a very, very deep and meaningful discussion the other day about design decisions. And of course, we're going to change the whole design. So the color scheme is going to be similar, but I'm going to do a new body and a new top. And it's going to be slightly different. The shape isn't. Some variations on the scoops, and we've got some variations So we're going to redo that as soon as I get some more timber. Having said that, the other body is a left-handed body. I'm going to have to, at some stage, use it and finish a left-handed guitar, but that's okay. Van Whale is asleep. He knows nothing of what I do. I wouldn't expect him to know a thing. I wouldn't expect him to know a thing. See you, Briggsy. What hole are you talking about? The hole on the back of this? I've got a hole on the back of, a little hole on the back of the, there's a little crack on the back of the belly cut. So I've plugged it with a little wedge, and I'm going to cut that down and sand that flush. And then once I coat that, stain it, oil it, it should be fine. The bits in the whiskey glass. The whiskey glass is there for a reason. We all like a little bit of a whiskey glass. No, they're not going to, Rage. As I said, this isn't going to go to the public. This is one of mine. So I didn't want to throw the body away. So I'm going to just patch it and use it anyway as a demo. It's not a big deal. All the bits are happening. Dana with the community sub, then 100 bits. Then Willie found another 100 because Van Whalen might have dropped it out of the tree when he was hanging it upside down. And then she finds another 100 next to the first 100 under the trunk, next to the trunk of the tree. So he's been dropping change all over the place. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'm only half what you're saying. Maybe I should pay attention. That's okay. You don't need to pay attention, Rage. You're Rage, and you do. No one tells Rage how to party, as Hank would say. You can listen to whatever you want. You don't need to listen to anything. Now I'm going to sand this guy quickly, this little wormhole that I've got, and I'm going to oil the top of this thing. Okay, it's a long weekend here today. It's Monday, but I'm not actually working today. But I'm going to just sand that little wormhole that I filled in there, and I'm going to give this another coat of oil because I want to get this pretty much sealed up nicely and ready to do the side. Dana with another 100. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the support. It's all good. Right, let me get some sandpaper. I'm going to use a little bit of this 80 grit pad that's worn. I like to use worn pads. They give me more control, and they're very gentle. Get that excess off. Let's get some 250. 240, I should say. There we go. Clean as a whistle. There we go. Give that a wash down with a bit of spirit. Get some dust off there. And we'll give that another coat. Another coat. Won't go with 5 bits. Found the last of it. The hype train has done at level 2. Very good. Very good. We are happy and grateful. Thank you very much, guys and girls, for your support. Very good stuff. You can see that flame a little bit. Let's cut another piece of cloth. Let's get that all out. Oils ain't oils, as they say. Sol. Very fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. It's very interesting because you've got this lots of this medullary ray stuff going through the middle there, rings, grain, and all sorts. And then you've got these little sharp, seismic size. It's almost like a lie detector. If you had this strapped to Dana now, it's like the lie detector going off. She'd be telling you all sorts of stories, and you'd be going, "No, it's not true." Ha! That's what. Yeah, blackwood is Tasmanian blackwood is beautiful wood. It's not the cheapest out there, but it's not the dearest either. But it is beautiful, and it is very, very tonally awesome. You got your train conductor icon. Dana's happy. Another icon. Lots of pattern makes it very interesting. It does. It is interesting. That's a nice way of saying you don't like it, Willie, but you think there's a lot happening. That's okay. I'm not taking offence. Ha! All right, let's crack this again and let's do our thing. Where's that? Okay. Choo choo! No, it's not cheap for you to get Rage. It would cost, and the shipping would be a little bit of a pain in the backside. Although the duties are good because now we have that free trade agreement. Well, we've had it for a while, since probably 2016 or something. But there's no duty on it. I think there's no duty on it. I've sent a couple of things over, and there's no real duty on there. There's obviously a nominal value, but it's the shipping cost anyway. Shipping cost is crap. And the reason is, I was talking to my shipping guy. My shipping guy uses people like, the usual suspects, UPS, DHL, you name them, right? All the big, but they don't want to deal direct with the public or small businesses. They only want to deal with big guns, big corporate gigs. So I go, how do I get a DHL, for example, to the States? And they quoted me, I'll give you an example. They quoted me for a guitar that weighs 9 kilos in a box with a case, so not too heavy, an electric guitar to the States, shipped with insurance, with the value of that guitar. We're talking $450, $500. And then I go to my guy and it's like $220 and it's the same courier. And I'm going, how does that work? And he said, because they don't want your business. So they price you out. And if you do pay it, they'll do it, but they're making 3 times what anyone else would do. Yeah, it's ouch, all right. So I don't use them direct. I go through my agent. My agent uses all sorts of couriers, and he finds the best one to that area of the world. And you pay no more than a couple of hundred, which is, it's still not cheap, but it's acceptable when you're selling a $2,000 or $3,000 guitar. Who wants that shit for $3,500? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Vision App Pro ads like me. Oh, right, okay, yeah. Retheus, they're probably not because they've got subs. So if you want to miss the ads, you can probably get a sub, but you don't have to get a sub. You're not obligated to, but they are crap ads. I get it. I've never been strapped to a lie detector. It was a voice stress analysis, and I still passed it. Ha! Why do I believe you, Dana? Why do I believe you? Ironically, why do I believe you? Okay, let's get some oils on this guy and make that pop a little bit. It's a nice color, isn't it? Isn't that a beautiful amber? I love that wet oil look. Yeah, there's that flame. There's that flame popping a little bit there for Rage's interest. He's all into that. He's all about the figure. He's all about the figure. So am I. I love it. I love good, well-figured timber pieces like that. Just rub that in there, get that flattened out. You can see that color now. It's pretty interesting stuff, right? The edge of this top, I've left it about 1/4 inch, and you've got that faux binding. You can see I've got that edge there, and when I sand that, I'm going to oil that as well, and it gives it sort of like a faux binding look. I will probably hit that with a bit of stain, just darken that ring up a little bit, but that's the rest of the cap. But I'll just flatten this out and make sure there's no bubbles and streaks and what have you. Wet pooling. Just make sure that's flat. As flat as I can get it. Good. Dry in the middle. A little bit more oil down there. Let's have a little look at that girl from another angle. Minnie's a nerd. How you doing, man? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. I missed the little spot right here. Feather that. Bring it up on the main screen. Bring it up. You can see the carve now quite distinctly. Okay. There we have it. Looking good. Nice figure. Nice shimmering golden, almost a gold top look. Very good. With the gold hardware, that's going to really pop nicely, I think. So we'll see how that goes. No cowbell clip anymore. I don't know. Willie, what's going on there? It's probably the, I don't know what's happened. I think there was an update to the bot, and it's probably blown away my cowbell video. I've got a copy of it. I can probably have a look at that. I should do some admin and sort that stuff out. Don't you think? One thing I should have done was oil that. Actually, I've still got it. Let's give that a little bit of oil. That's the cap for the back. I just wanted to give that its last little coat. That's the Tassie Blackwood cap for the back, for the access cavity on the body. That neck is coming along nicely. It's drying, so we've got to fit that neck very soon. I've got to sand that body though and do some serious sanding after this stream and give that a break. All right, let's put this away. And now I'm going to move this guy away and let that sit. And I'm going to grab the neck that needs I'm still keeping that. That's going though. I'm going to change that. I'm going to take that off. This fretboard for that Viking guitar, that's staying. The guitar's changing, but the neck is going to be the same. I need to get some work done on this neck. So we've got this guy here, and I need to get this prepped so that I can get this down on there. So I've got a lot of engraving to do on that guy. I'll move this body. One more look. There it is in its golden goodness. Golden goodness. Okay. Such shimmering shininess. No sinks were covered though. No. It looks bronze. It does a little bit. Gatto in the house. Gatto, what's going on? Good to see you. Now, let's see what we're up to with this guy. Remember the day where we had pieces of stuff. We're talking about shell, mother of pearl, all this stuff going on, pearly stuff. Lots of pearly stuff. We've got all these blocks and things here that we can slice up and use for our pearl. We've got to start looking at getting these cut up though. So I've got these marked down as a guide. We're ultimately going to use the actual bone itself to go. That one's already engraved, and I've got the pieces of that somewhere else. I don't know where I've done with them. They're in another box. Terry will put up the lost command, and that will explain everything to you. But what we need to do is cut up some of this stuff now and make some more goodies like that. I think the M was done. I think we did the M at some point. Because I can see I've cut the M out at some point. Here we go. I've got them here. I knew I'd wrap them up. Here they are, all wrapped up, right? So let's see what we've got so far. We've got our E at the top here, which looks like an F. So these are Celtic runes, and they represent the letter of the person's name that this is being made. So his whole family is named on this fretboard, all 5 of them. So we've got this guy here. This will go somewhere, if you like. So we'll pull that out and just see how that fits for now. Whoopsie daisy, I don't want to break anything. What's going on here? Bits and pieces. Right. That would be the, still working on that guy. That's the M, of course. Okay, so that's the M, which is on there. So this guy's here. I haven't finished this, obviously, but to give you an idea, get that guy cut up. The size that's going to be the M. We've got an F on the 3rd fret. We've got a 7th fret as well. So the 7th fret, which is the M down here. We've got to keep working on that guy. That's almost finished as well. So when we finish that guy, that guy's going to be there. 9th fret, the P, which stands for something else, but it looks like a P. See what that looks like. And then we're going to do the crescent now. We're going to try doing the crescent. Cut that out, and then we're going to refine that and get these engraved eventually. I'll be happy to just cut out the crescent. See how we go with that. I'm thinking I'm going to use some of this stuff for the crescent, a different colour being the 12th fret. I'm going to use some of this pink abalone, pink and blue abalone, just to vary it up a bit, mix it up a bit. What do you guys think? Do we keep it all white, or do we mix it up a bit? There's this guy here. Ooh, that's looking sharp. It's looking good. There we go. Righty. The image in my head. She soft-faced, hair blowing back, her in front of you growling. My goodness! What is going on? Yeah, runes for the Viking, Gatto. That's right. Runes for the Viking. Now I'm going to change this up. I'm going to create a crescent. I'm going to have a shaft through the crescent, but I'm going to take these away and just have probably little bars. I'm not going to put the verticals in, just the little horizontals for the rest of this fretboard. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 frets. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. I'm thinking I'm going to use this guy here and make a crescent across here, across the 12th out of abalone. If you think the abalone is a good way to do it. Mav's in the house. Mav, what's going on? My abalone has a first name. Shell. So I've got to find a piece. Now I've got these, I mean I can use white as well. White is probably going to be good. Do I want to use the pink? It's interesting. We can do two halves with this piece. It really depends on what you guys think. What do you guys think? Do we do two halves with this piece? What do you think, guys and girls? Do we do two halves for this piece? That is the question on everyone's mind. Grab another piece. Those are pricey. Yes, they are. What's the change? Change of what? Rage is speaking in riddles again. I'm going to see what else I've got in terms of material. Let me have a look. I do like that. I do like that. You may not agree, but I'm asking the forum. Have we got a poll? Dana, do we need a poll? The change to the Viking guitar, oh man, the body's going to be similar, the scoops are going to change. So let me show you. I don't have it here, but I can draw it up. Hang on. I'll grab some paper. So what we've got at the moment is this. And this is very important because Rage needs to know. So Rage, I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. At the moment, we've got this. Okay, to give you an example, pretend that's the body. So the scoops go like this, like a sonar or a solar, whatever they're called. Scoops go like that. They're very, very fluted, very deep down into the body. Okay, and the color is green. So we've got a pocket here for a pickup, a pocket here for a pickup, and the color is sort of that green. It goes like that, fades to a black. So it goes green down here, As it goes higher, it gets to a dark black. What we're going to do is this. Body, horn, horn. What we're going to do is have scoops there and there. So coming further up the horn, and we're going to have natural timber here, fading to, there's going to be like a green in here, and a fading from natural to a grey colour or a darker black and then to a darker green in here. Or, and this is what I'm waiting for, so the scoop's definitely changing. Or we keep the same colour, we go the green here, we go a fade here, so it goes green, black, and you can see you can still see the flame through this top, and here we go really black, 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 dark black on the tips, so it goes from grey to a dark charcoal to a black, and of course you're going to have the same big scoops down the horns, and that's probably what we're going to go for, and that's of course is your pocket in there. Does that make sense? That's the changes. So we're going from those scoops are changing to become these sorts of scoops, and the colour might change to have green on one side, have it natural, and transition to a colour across that way, or we keep the same colour, green at the bottom, going to a charcoaly and a dark black at the tips, with, of course, he loves that thing that looks like a tree. He wants this stripy ebony going right through there as the trunk, and he wants that stripy ebony to represent the trunk, but he wants this to be sort of like a black stump that's burnt here. It's charcoal here, and it's got moss growing at the bottom of it, right? That's the color. That's his design and what he's come up with, and I'm trying to replicate that. He loved the color code. He loved the color scheme when I did it. He just wants to change the horns mainly. The vertical colours are nice, Terry. I like those too. I think that might work a little bit better because you've got pure, natural wood, clear, basically, just unnatural. And here you've got a little bit of smoke. And here you've got a beautiful green and black flame accentuated, and the green, the lush emerald on that side. That could work as well. It is metal. It's death metal. It's Swedish Viking metal. This is the guy that's hence the runes. We're not putting any other runes or any other artwork on the body now because it's just the body is cut away so viciously that it's going to be too much. Oh, another change. Another major change. He saw the neoclassical with a round carve, and now we're going to have a carved top. So that's a major change because originally it was going to be flat at the top and just little bevels on the edges, but now we're going to go rounded on the edges and a bit of a fall away, coming up to a nice flat area. It's a bolt-on neck. It's a hardtail bridge. There's no tunematic. There's no 4 degrees or 3 degrees or angled necks required. It's dead flat at the top, but it will fall away and carve away like the neoclassical. And the very pointy horns, absolutely. Uber Viking, Leslie, it's going to be like a long ship into the night with a big dragon head on it. No, not quite, but it's going to be sort of like that. So what I've got to do is now, we won't do a poll. I'm going to say 1 for this guy here, 1 if you want me to use white for the crescent. We're using white mother of pearl for the runes. This rune here, this crescent, do we want to use, there it is, it's back. There's the cowbell. Do we want to use for that? Do we want to go for a bit of variety and use some of this colour, some of this colourful stuff? Mad Max Paco, what's going on? Thank you for the follow. Excellent to have you here. Give us a 1 if you want the white, a 2 if you think the colour might work better. It's very dramatic, the colour. I think white, but we'll see. One is the white. Terry, you're so uniform. What's going on? Mad Max, what's happening, man? 14, Mav. Absolutely. 1. Okay, look, these guys are just going to go for the white because they're just boring. Boring. I agree. I agree to a degree. To a degree, I do agree. To a degree, I agree. Okay, we're going to go white. We're going to do white little doobie whackers, like so. Let me just get the diameter of that guy and replicate that. I think it was this ring here. It was on the outside, and of course the inside one is the smaller one. The small one. That guy. Cool. Let's do it. We're going to mark this guy out onto some of this stuff. I'm going to do 1/2. I think that's not enough. I need a bigger piece. And I'm going to do 1/2 a circle. The other circle. Crescent. 1/2 crescent. And I need another 1/2 as well. So I'm going to cut this one out first and then use it to replicate on another piece and get exactly the same mirror finish on that. Okay, let's put this away. Let's pop that up here. I'll grab my little friend. This little guy right there. I need a clamp, Terry. Terry, I need a clamp. Just the one. I need my little jeweler's saw. If it was Rage, he would have done it already on a CNC. He would have done it already. He would have done it 10 times over. And I'm still cutting by hand like a doofus. Oh man, I can't wait to see that. Rage, have you got any photos? Or do you still need to polish it up, or is it going to be just straight off the gun? $4 $10. Yeah, fair enough. Got to cut them back. Yeah, I guess. They're a social creature. Leslie. Very funny. Okay. That's in. Here. This is going to be very, very howdy-doody because once I get to this pointy end, that gets snapped so easily. I'm going to do is I'm going to cut straight across there, and I'm going to cut straight across there, the bulk of it, then I'm going to shape the rest. I'm going to shape that round end first. What have I done here? Taking the wrong angle like a doofus. Go straight across, and I'll shape the rest on the sander. Then I'll cut the other half. Because I want to get that nice and sharp. It's rough as guts at the moment, but it will sort out. I will sort it out when I sand it. I just hope it doesn't snap. See if I can get this guy cut out without snapping it too much. Go down this way. What I'll do is I'll sand this. Oh, I've still got something to hold on to. I'll get that edge right first. Okay, so I've got that edge done nice and round. Cut that along there and shape that as well. So I'm going to hold it from this end, cut straight across there, and then use spindle sander and get that right. That's what I've got to do. Use the spindle sander to get that angle correct. So what I've got to do is cut the bulk of this off first. Save these pieces for other little things. That's there. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Nice and gently. There we go. All right. I've cut that on the spindle sander now. I've got to get a right spindle for that. Something tells me I've got one in here that will do the job. Check the diameter, that's pretty much the one. This guy, I need to put a new paper on it though, so let's do that. Let's unscrew this and put a new paper on it. Loosen that up. this old paper off. It's worn out anyway. Go. New sleeve. Grab another sleeve, my friend. A freshie. Here's a fresh one that I prepared earlier. Trying to get that in evenly isn't always easy. That'll work. There we go. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Just trying to get this guy in. It's a tight fit. Just bites and I can't get that thing in. That's terrible. And that one's almost in there. Almost in there, good enough to do the job. So I'm going to pop that in. Just go in there. Screw that in place. Okay. I'm going to go over to the drill press. There we go. Move that camera around. I'm going to change cameras now. Take that camera into the other room and show you guys the drill press with the spindle on it. Try and shape that crescent. Okay, let's move over into the next room. What have we got? Let's have a look. What have we got? What have we got? But let's reset that. Camera. Bench cam. Deactivate. Activate. There it is. Okay, let's grab our piece of bone. I'm going to grab a mask. Terry, do we need a mask for this? Just in case the bone dust goes into our face. That's right. Got some glasses as well. And let's go and do this bone. Okay, let's try it out. Off we go.
side. And then go and just check that against the fretboard. So a little bit, right. Drop all those pieces. Okay. A little bit longer than I thought. It looks more like a horn than a crescent. It's actually hard, but I do like that because it's more of a long hand type of situation. And that really helps. More cut, more cut. I do like that rattle like that. A little bit more, it's a bit wider. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to try and maybe I need to try and do another piece and see if I can get something different. Okay. Let's try that again with another piece. That's it, guys. Let's go over to the bedroom. So, I'm going to try something different. Oh, yeah, until I get what I want. Okay. Oh, that's pretty close. Pretty close. It is a little bit rounder there. Okay, let's try that. I'm going to use the sanding spinner just to get that shape. And then I'll cut some of that away. Alright, let's switch cameras. Take this off.
Camera in. Pop this camera back up. Flick over to the other side. And I've got this piece here that I just need to trim up. Trim that by that much. Take a little bit off that. Let me just go and do that on the sander here. Okay. Now we'll check this guy out here. Okay, that's the right length and the right angle, close enough to it, and that's what we're going to base it on. So we're going to make another half with that crescent there, and that will sit on that side. And then we'll have the full picture with a beam through the middle to about there. Then we'll go dot, 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 dot. So that's what we're going to do. So we can use another piece of this guy, and we can transfer this guy. So we can find a smaller piece. There we go, that might just fit there. It does fit there. We'll use this scrap. There we go. We'll go around the edge of that guy. Like so. I need a sharper pencil. Let me grab a sharper pencil. So it might work. So pin here. Okay, that's exactly the same as this swath, so I'll cut that, I'll put that on there on the sander first, and we'll spindle that, and then we'll have two pieces that will fit into there. So let me quickly sand that. Mask. I need a mask, Terry. Put that back on because there's a little bit of bone dust which we don't want to breathe in. 4,000 till, Lise. See you later.
Would you make them symmetrical if you did both at the same time? No, it's too hard to handle. Rage, they're very, very small, and my fingers would lose grip, something would go wrong, and I'd stuff both of them up. So I do them one at a time. Now that I've got that one lined up, I'll be able to sand that guy, and that'll be exactly the same. And then I could probably just refine them together, but the bulk of the cutting I want to do one at a time. If you look at that, okay, that arch is exactly the same. I just need to do that side on the spindle. Quickly sew that down. So now we've got those two exactly the right length, exactly the right curve. It's the inside curve that I need now. So I've got the line right there. I just need to go to the spindle and do that, and then we're good to go. We're good to go. Just double check that. Take a little bit more off that tip. That's spot on. I just need to get that spindle side done. Quickly hit that on the spindle. Okay, we're almost there. I've got a little bit to go. So what I'll do now is I will join those together and I will sand that part off there. So what I'll do is I'll strap that to that one and then I'll know how far to go. But I've actually got the line still marked on there. It's almost done. It's got to go a little bit further and we're good to go. A little bit further and we're good to go. A bit more on the spindle. Hang in there. I'm done. Da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. It's a little bit thicker. I've got to just take a little bit more off, but we're almost there. Let's put that together. Okay, there it is there. Okay, we're almost there with that one. So that's the hardest one out of all of them. The round ones are always the hardest. These straight ones are dead easy to make. These straight ones are dead easy. When I say dead, I mean stone dead. Ripped dead, stone dead easy to make. Now they still can break. We've still got to make sure we're cutting them properly and carefully. But there's the P. We've got this M guy, we've got to fix that guy up. He's a little bit on the rough side. Actually, that one goes up there. Oh no, that one goes there. But we've still got to do some fine shaping there on that guy. There's one side of it. And the other side is, which one is the other side? This guy here. That guy there. So he goes there like that. We've got the eye, which is very easy. It's that guy there. And we've got this M up here, which we still need to cut out. I've got to thin that guy out now to get that sitting in there. And there's the legs for that guy. One on that side and one on this side. I think it's this one. Yep, like that. So what we'll do when we come back next time, I'll have these all ready to go, right shape, etc. These are all pretty much ready to go now. I'll have them refined, make sure there's no rough edges and smooth. We're going to then use those to retrace out and confirm they're pretty much the same size as the paper, because I've based the paper that I've stuck down here on the bone as well when I was working that out, with the exception of the crescent. Or no, the crescent I used as well because I know the circle sizes, so they're ready to pretty much go. We're going to, next show we're going to be engraving these just like that one there. We're going to do that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and get these in there. The rods are easy because they're just a standard size that we trim down and get in there. That'll go to about there. We're going to take that away and we're going to leave the little horizontal bars in there for the remaining markers. But that's something we're going to do. Next time we're on the show. So that's it for me from today. Let me just catch up with the chat. The ever-changing Viking. Yes, the Viking. Yes. No, not finished. Not even close, my friend. Just some design decisions that had to be made, and the guy changed his mind a couple of times. For the better, I think it's going to turn out nicer. I didn't like the solar scoops that he wants because he's got a solar, and I said, I don't want to make you a solar. Just go and buy solar if you want a solar. He goes, you're right, and we changed the scoop design a little bit. I had visions of it ending up being a long neck just with horns on it and the runes. Yeah, look, I don't know. Yeah, I know. It could be anything still. We might even, and I'm going to do a hydrate because Rage, I don't want to forget that Rage put his, cheers me ears. Thank you very much, Rage. Appreciate that. Okay, guys and girls, that's it for me for today. I'm going to head off now. Is there anyone on? I don't know. I'm going to have a look and see if it's worthwhile catching up with people. There could be people on. Hank might be on. Is Hank on? I'm going to have a quick look on my phone here. Matt Burrows is on. Well, what's he doing? Something different. I'm going to go and check Matt because he's doing something different, and I suggest you have a look at him as well. Matt is on. Okay, so let's have a look at what he's doing that's different. He might have changed his hair color. Read Matt _ Burrows. I'm going to give that a crack and see how that goes. Hopefully that kicks off. There it goes. It's created. And away it goes, guys and girls. I'll be back. Not tomorrow. The next day. Wednesday, my time. Tuesday, your time. If you're overseas, up in the north of the hemispheric
hemispheric thing. If you're down here with me, it's going to be in 2 days' time, which is our Wednesday. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you very, very shortly. Until then, have a great weekend, the rest of it, what's left of it, and have a good week. And I'll see you in a couple of days. Take care of yourselves. Look after each other as well. Catch you next time. Bye for now.